art and supporting our artists has been a priority for me. Even through Bernalillo County and the Arts Board, we're looking at how we can expand and how we could really support artists, and especially, New Mexican artists. And art is important to us because it carries on our traditions, our culture. It doesn't let us forget where we come from. Culturally, through our educational system, we've kind of pushed it to the side and not made it a very serious thing. So with that being said, it's so important for my office to be involved in changing that narrative, celebrating who our artists are, and really looking at ways to not only display their art, but feel like they're doing something for the community. That's what this whole banner contest is all about. Showing pride, not only on historic Route 66, but showing pride in the people who really care about this section of Route 66.
Yeah, so my submission was a jackalope in traditional sugar skull makeup, and I've always loved the story of the jackalope. It's such a neat part of the lore of New Mexico. I consider it a symbol of luck. And the story behind the jackalope is just a part of our Southwest story, being a part of Southwest America. I was so excited to hear about this streetlight project, especially because this is my neighborhood, and I get to drive this street every day with my kids, and we are literally spotting artwork by my friends, but it's just so exciting to be like, look, kids, that's Mom's artwork up there. Of course, that gives me a sense of pride as a mother and as an artist. But especially in this neighborhood, it's an up-and-coming neighborhood, it's a transitional neighborhood, and it's a beautiful part of Albuquerque as you come over that hill and you get to see Albuquerque downtown against the skyline of the Sandias. To know that we're incorporating contemporary Hispanic art, traditional Hispanic art. I've actually had both as part of the banner project. That we're exposing everybody who travels here along the historic central corridor, that they're getting to see artwork that is of this place by these people. So that's so rare, actually. Just the opportunity to have both the exposure of having an original piece up, and also that we were compensated. That was really helpful. I actually directed a couple of friends, and we were also grateful to get a check from the city, and we just really appreciate what Councilor Pena has done for the local artists and specifically for this neighborhood.
We came up with this idea because there's such a need in hearing from artists in our community that there really wasn't an avenue for them to start to showcase their talents and have opportunities where they can display it. The idea of Arte Escondido came about, a hidden artist in our community.
The thing that I liked about this particular one that they chose, it was kind of like an accident. When I created the principal image, which is the 66, the iconic part, that's all it was going to be. But then I decided, why don't I do, the whole drive aspect too? So when I drew the actual fin and all that good stuff, it's all in there. And I don't know if you're familiar with the way some people work in Photoshop. There's different layers. And I accidentally shut off the layers that's supposed to be visible. And I was like, stop, right there, don't move. It's exactly what you see right now on the banner. It wasn't supposed to be like that. It was one of those happy accidents, and it rarely happens. 9 times out of 10, no bueno. But that one time, so in spite of my best efforts, that was not my original intention. And that's what's up there now, and everybody gets to see it. Where? Right by the auto part place. What? Very cool. Truth is, it felt like winning the lottery, because I'm sure everyone is in the same boat as us artists with the challenge of the pandemic. And it was, I was like hanging off a cliff by my fingernails. And wow, it was such a ray of light. It's like the clouds parted, the angel choir starts singing. It came at the most amazing time. I mean, I was having a horrible day. I mean, worse than usual. And then I get the word. Bianca's like, hey, Francesco. I was like, what? And it went 360 degrees. It flipped. I was going down that rabbit hole. It was just like darkness, doom and gloom, and then what? And so yeah, amazing.
My district's just right on the other side of Central. So Central, we share Central. And then Councilor Pena is also the representative for the city council in that district. So we have places to put banners. We've had those for a while, but when we both took office, we saw that they were just empty. Nobody was using those. They were just, or they would put like Christmas maybe, if we could have staff find those banners in a warehouse somewhere, right? And we thought, well, why look for those banners? And let's look at ways to be inclusive to the artists. And we have already the spaces to put in. So when we decided to really back up what we felt about our arts and our traditions and our culture, we knew this was the best way to go about it, because now we get to display it and people drive by it every day, all day. And they stay up there for a long time until we decide to switch them out.
I mean, obviously, there's the obvious tangible things of getting a check for the opportunity and getting the exposure. They've been sharing it. They made a great little video. And then there's the intangible things, the relationships I've made. So it's not just a one-time opportunity. It's really connecting the artists with the community and connecting the artists with other opportunities. As a Hispanic artist, as a woman, anything that can bring positivity for me has been wonderful, and to celebrate our cultural differences through art and really put it in a place of honor is pretty rare right now. We have to remember, even though we have cultural differences and gender differences and preferences, we are still one human race, and I hope that through art and through sharing our cultural diversity and our cultural historical stories, that we can find some unity and some peace together.
This program is so important because it provides opportunity for artists where they otherwise may not have had the opportunity. One, to showcase their work. Two, to earn a stipend for the work that they're showcasing. And three, to have that art displayed prominently on the Route 66.
I want to thank the legislative branch, the city council especially. Their heart is in the right place. They could, there's 101 places that we need to, put our focus on. But the fact that they have art at the top of the list is just amazing.
We're able to really make sure that this came to fruition, and providing the funding is one thing, but all the people who have worked really, really hard to make sure and make this come to fruition is another. And I just want to say that I am so proud of all the work that's been done in terms of the banners and all the artwork and the artists and everything that's happened. I'm just looking forward to the coming years where we finally run out of room and we have to look to other streets to display this wonderful art that we have in our community.
We don't know what it is that makes that one piece become so iconic. You go to Chicago, lots of iconic pieces of art, but some stand out more than others. Same here in Albuquerque. And I'm sure when they created that, they didn't sit there going, I'm gonna be that one. It's a hope, but you never know what it is that people will respond to. And that's what's beautiful about art, because in the best case scenario, it unifies people. And it gets people to talk on a level that's beyond speech. It speaks to you in different ways, not just visually. It hits you right in the heart, in your soul sometimes. And it speaks to you, and it speaks to different people in different ways.